in a long time.
I'll tell you what, sweetheart, it stands to reason. I mean, now that he knows that your mother was followed by a guy carrying a pillowcase, right? It starts to look that the real rapist is about set to come out of the closet, which means you know what? Nobody is ever going to point the finger at Brick again.
Just hope no other women get attacked before that can happen.
Hey, you and me, sweetheart. You and me, believe it. Mr. D.A., can I borrow a moment of your time, just a second?
Don't tell me. You're selling oysters door to door just like the Girl Scouts sell cookies.
Yes, that's very good. But wait a second. Just don't brush me off. Just this one time. Actually, this concerns a matter of public safety.
I read the report. Phantom stalker breathes heavily in the tall grass. You know, I thought it was just a matter of time before the women in Santa Barbara fell prey to mass hysteria.
My mother is not hysterical. She heard some. He was stalking her. If Pearl hadn't come along, who knows what would have happened.
That's if the mystery man in the bushes was the same man who made the attacks, and I don't have anything to prove that.
Excuse me. Wasn't that in the report? I saw a pillowcase, right? Now, it is not illogical to therefore assume that it was the same M.O. that was used in the other rape attack. Do you understand me? Okay, I also saw footprints.
Yes, but unfortunately, when the police came, all the incredible damning evidence evaporated.
Hey! I saw it with my own eyes, pal. All right?
Did you?
No, but I have no reason to question that Pearl did.
Oh, you know, I know what you two are trying to do. You're trying to get everybody psyched up that there's a possibility of another suspect to clear Brick. But how do you expect me to justify paying the taxpayers' money to launch an investigation where there's no evidence?
Didn't I just say that there was evidence?
Yes, but that's what was. Ideal, what is. Good day.
Not bad for a kid just barely out of art school. Not bad at all. Well, Miss Capwell, would you care for some freshly ground, water-processed Colombian primo? Yes, Miss Capwell, that'd be lovely. And hold on my calls for the next 30 seconds, okay? Great. Sorry, can't hear you.
I wonder if you seem to be in the company of a large jackhammer. I can't hear myself thinking here.
Forgive me, Jeffrey. Was there something you wanted?
Well, what are you doing? Building a high-rise? It's the loudest racket I've ever heard.
No, it isn't. Listen.
Oh, well, stuff it. I'll fight fire with fire, then. Sharpness no match for whatever you've got in there.
I was grinding coffee. And if you would give me a civil greeting, maybe I would offer you a cup.
Thanks, but I think I'll stick with the vitamin C.
What do we have here, the sniffles today?
No, we have a budding case of viral pneumonia. But please don't let it be anything that concerns you.
Oh, Jeffrey, I'm sorry. I know, spring colds. Wait, can I get you anything? It seems like you got everything.
Everything except peace and quiet.
I'm sorry about the coffee grinder. It's the last time I'll use it, okay?
Oh, thank you very much. You have the caring instincts of a nurse.
Maybe you should have stayed home today.
The first week on the job, call in sick. I'm sure you'd love that.
Why would I love it?
Well, it'll give you a chance to make a big splash with the boss while I'm at home languishing in my bed of pain.
The thought did not even occur to me. And I resent being characterized as someone who would walk all over their fellow employees just to further my own ends.
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Could you pass me those tissues, please?
Next time, get it yourself. I'll be too busy planning how to make points with the boss at your expense.
There you go. It's official.
Another day, another acquisition. It's all that.
Oh, no, it's not. Not this time. That is special. I know it is. Congratulations.
Thanks, sweetheart. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mwah. Oh, here she is again.
Good morning, darling. Hi, Mom.
What are you doing here?
Just upstairs getting some things.
Go join us for brunch.
No, I'm too excited to eat.
You look excited. What's going on?
Well, I should be. This is a momentous occasion. Why don't you sit down and we'll do this right?
Well, this seems a little formal.
Well, it's supposed to be. Daddy, how much of the conversation did you tell Mama about when you came over to Cruz's, visiting me after I got out of the hospital?
Nothing, darling. I was just relieved that you were all right.
Well, I guess this is no surprise since everybody's been waiting such a long time. Actually, everybody sort of acted like it's already happened, even though it hasn't. Cruz and I wanted to tell you together, but he's away on business, so I'm doing the honors.
Honey. All right. Oh, finally, I'm so happy.
All right, my turn. Come here, come here. Oh, I never thought in my life I'd say that anyone was good enough for my daughter, but Cruz Castillo comes about as close as they could come.
Thank you, Daddy. Well, being married is going to be different, but good different.
Now, why don't you tell us the rest now?
Okay. Well, for months now, everything's sort of gotten in the way, so that we couldn't get married even if we wanted to or not. So we decided to do something a little unconventional.
Uh-oh, unconventional. Flowing robes on the beach. What?
No, actually, Cruz knows of a deserted mountain peak in Utah. And so we thought we would get married there. There's nothing for miles except maybe a few grizzly bears. So while he's in Mexico on business, I'll fly to Utah, you'll fly there and meet me, and we'll have a private ceremony.
Private, huh? Really? How private?
Well, I know you and Daddy always pictured a big wedding.
Well, darling, it's your wedding to picture. Not ours. It's whatever you and Cruz want. That's what it has to be. Well,
Even if it shuts out the entire family? Yeah, I didn't want to argue about it before, because I didn't want to make anything. I thought you might just let it pass.
Daddy, I didn't want to shut out the entire family. I just didn't want anything that was planned and catered and photographed.
Why couldn't you have something here, huh? Could have the wedding right here. It wouldn't have to be a big production.
I think it's better this way. We already made the arrangements. Daddy, I don't want to upset you. I love you. Cruz and I want you to be happy for us. We want to take your blessing with us.
Your mother, when I got married, the best part about it was the joy that we had in sharing it with the people we loved.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do right now.
No, you're not, darling. No, you're not. You're stopping me from being a witness to one of the most important moments in my child's life. And that, I cannot give my blessing to.
You ready to order?
Could we just have 2 cups of tea and some whole wheat toast?
Sure thing.
You can eat a bite of toast, can't you?
This place doesn't seem to be doing much for my appetite.
I should have taken you somewhere else. It's too soon to come back here.
No. I'm not going to let myself give into it. I wanted to come here, and I'm staying. Well, anyway, it's nice to have you paying for me.
Are you kidding? If I hadn't left you, you never would have gotten into all that trouble.
Lionel, this is in no way your fault. I just wonder if it really is the same man who hurt Haley and Victoria.
Sounds as if it's a good chance.
I'm so glad Alice isn't working here anymore. I feel like telling Jane not to come around here, too.
Yes. Thank you. Well, it's just plain old toast. It won't bite you.
Lionel, why didn't I stand my ground?
Are you... What are you talking about?
If I hadn't panicked, I could have gotten a look at him. Then I could have screamed, but I would have been able to identify him.
Do you have any idea the presence of mind it would take to do that while the next moment you think you might have a knife at your throat?
I could have given a description to the police. Your son might be free.
Hey, listen to me. I'm very glad you did exactly what you did. Instead of following him, you might not have been able to call for help. And I don't even want to even think about that.
You had a cold.
I do. What do you want, an affidavit from my doctor?
How come you can smell this perfume, then? You're supposed to be all stocked up.
Yeah, well, the whole world can smell not only that perfume, but about 8 other brands you've been testing. This one reeks of it.
Yeah, well, it's better to reek of sandalwood and lily of the valley than that methylated goop you've got gushing out of your vaporizer over there, Jeffrey. No wonder Mr. Osmond wants to have the meeting in here. Doesn't want to feel like a patient at the TB ward.
And why does he want to have a meeting anyway? What's he want to see us about?
New assignments, I'm sure.
Oh, good. I hope mine gets me out of cosmetics and into pharmaceuticals.
At the master plan?
What master plan?
His pharmaceutical division, is that what Dr. Nicholas wants you to be in?
It's where I want to be.
And the good doctor has nothing to do with it, is that it?
No, why should he?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you. I mean, he sure has an influence over you. And I've been trying to figure out why for God knows how long.
Oh, believe me, I have my own reasons for wanting a transfer.
Such as?
Such as this mass of tubes and potions and creams. I mean, not exactly my idea of a serious endeavor. I mean, shallow, meaningless trivia. Should I go on?
Jeffrey, these tubes and potions, as you put it, are very important to a woman. They're fun. They add variety and spice to life.
Oh, come on. You never needed paint and perfume to add spice and variety to your life. You know, when we first met, you didn't have a lipstick to your name and you were the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.
I think there's too much alcohol in the perfume. I'm hearing things.
Yeah, well, I was just stating a fact, you know. I mean, you're blessed with good looks. I'm sure any amount of persons must have told you that. It must be old hat by now.
Guess it depends, who you hear it from.
Mr. Conrad, Miss Cap.
Hello.
You're finding your offices to your liking, I hope?
Yes, I love mine. It's like a home away from home.
Well, we just couldn't let you slave away so lovely a lady in the midst of metal cabinets. We wanted to give you setting more worthy of your charm.
Told you it wasn't the first time you'd heard that.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, Miss Capel and I were just discussing the concept of beauty when you came in relation to our line of products, of course.
I wonder how your father must feel being a part owner in a cosmetic empire. It's kind of a departure for him, isn't it?
I didn't know he was part of the organization yet.
Oh, yes, it's been announced. And he's going to be taking the reins over as of today.
Then I can assume we'll have some changes around here.
Well, Mr. Capwell hasn't indicated any shake-up in the personnel. But I'm sure that's his consideration, and he'll take care of that. But in the meantime, what I'd like the two of you to tackle today is an adventure in sales. And, as it were, I would like you to take a product. Anyone, as you can see, you have quite a selection. Take a product and create an sample ad campaign.
Now, this is any product at all?
Yes, but it must be one that you believe in.
Oh, then may I be so bold to ask if I might choose a product from the pharmaceutical division?
Pharmaceutical division?
Yes, right, pharmaceutical division.
But you're assigned to the cosmetics. I mean, pharmaceuticals is a completely different arm of the company.
An arm I might be better suited to, though. Look, I'll be frank with you, Mr. Osmond. I'm starting to feel like a fish out of water in this sea of eyeshadow.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Conrad, but I'm a supervisor only authorized for the cosmetic department. Perhaps a letter to our new chief of operations would get you an interview with pharmaceuticals.
I'll write a letter to CC Capel, no doubt.
Well, that's what I would suggest. But in the meantime, I'm expecting your sales presentation by the end of the day.
What do you mean the end of the day? It's half over already.
So, better get started. And, by the way, if you're having any trouble, why don't you just have Miss Capwell help you with the brainstorming? I'm sure she'll be more than happy. She's rather has a natural feel for this kind of work.
Oh, Mama. He's so awful.
I know you do, and you shouldn't. This should be the happiest day of your life. Don't let anyone spoil it.
Doesn't he understand why Cruz and I want to do this right away?
I don't know, honey. He's disappointed. He'll get over it. He's just got to think about it a little bit.
Do you understand?
That you feel an urgency because of what happened with the baby, oh, yeah.
Mama, it's just that when you see that something can be snatched away from you, you realize that maybe you don't have a lot of time.
Honey, you and Cruz are already married in very special ways, but if you want to have a ceremony this minute, this instant, it's your prerogative. I don't want you to bend to anyone's will on this.
Daddy's will is a little hard to ignore.
Oh, I know. I know. The most important thing is that he loves you and he respects you, and he's going to accept your decision. Just have to give him a little time.
Maybe you could help him?
Yeah, I'll talk. Don't worry. I'm going to talk to that man.
I love you so much.
Oh, I love you. Oh, boy, do I. Hey, and I love that guy you're going to marry, too. Will you tell him I said that?
I will, I will. As a matter of fact, I should go through my ski stuff now. There's probably going to be a lot of snow when we get there.
Can I help you?
No, but I'll yell if I can't find my long underwear.
You do that.
I gather you were not able to talk some sense into that child?
I don't think Eden's the one that needs to be talked to, darling. Better sit down. This might take a while.
Waited my entire life, Sophia. My entire life to walk down the aisle with my eldest daughter on my arm and witness the beginning of a new phase of our life. It's a sacred moment, darling. And I don't think it should take place in a snowbank.
It should take place anywhere Eden and Cruz want it to take place. It's their ceremony, CC, and their decision.
There's another thing.
What?
Cruz Castillo. I wasn't always keen on Cruz Castillo being part of my family. Eden first took up with him. I moved heaven and earth to try to get him out of the family and break them all up and take them apart.
I know.
And I don't feel that way anymore. He's done more for this family than any man could.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Well, I'd like an opportunity to prove it to him. And the only way I can is to give my daughter away in marriage to him. And give them a marriage they'll never forget. A wedding they'll never forget.
Honey, Cruz knows the change of heart you've had toward him. Giving a big, expensive wedding bash as father of the bride is not going to make any difference.
Evidently he doesn't need anything from the father of the bride, neither does the bride. They think it's romantic to run off to the mountains and say their vows to the great open outdoors. They don't care that we might feel like excess baggage or something.
CC, they care very much about our feelings.
Oh.
They want us with them, in our hearts.
They are not running off to do a secluded ceremony to keep us away. It's not just a whim.
Can you explain to me why?
I will. They lost a child just a couple days ago. That caused some very strong feelings. One, they feel a lot closer to each other, and they feel a need to be married right away, and they don't think it would be appropriate to have a public ceremony.
Don't you see, that's all the more reason they shouldn't be alone. It's all the more reason they should have us. They have the whole family there.
They have to get away, CC, because of the loss that they feel. That is something that they feel together. Honey, I'm disappointed, too. I really am. But I don't want to send them off feeling that we disapprove. Do you? CC, Eden would be so happy if you would just tell her that you accept a decision and that you're happy for her. You can do that, can't you? Please.
You are not going to stop me from asking them if we can host a reception for them when they come back. Small one.
Pink. Pink and sticky. Kind of like, used chewing gum. What a sales pitch. Odd that your noble and patrician family never taught you the simple art of knocking.
Oh, sorry.
Should have realized that you'd be busy blowing your nose and vaporizing yourself here. Jeffrey, are you going to keep this thing going all day? It is so dense in here you could grow mushrooms.
Actually, I'm feeling ever so much worse, but thanks for inquiring.
I came to see how the presentation was going, Jeffrey.
Oh, the ideas are just flowing out. But look, don't worry yourself. Don't worry your little pretty blonde hairdo about me. Concern yourself with your own presentation.
I finished mine.
Oh, yeah, well, I should have known that.
Is this your final product? Because if it is, you're hurting.
I was just doodling, all right?
Doodling? Oh, no, Jeffrey, you can't put this off forever, you know.
Don't concern yourself. I'll finish in plenty of time. Go and do something constructive, will you? Go spray on some more perfume or something.
Okay, Jeffrey, all I really wanted to say was I know how hard it is to think when your head is splitting, so if there's anything I can do to make it easier for you, I will.
Oh, right. How's it go? You have such a better feel for this than I do.
Oh, Mr. Osmond only sees that I am enjoying myself here. You're too serious, Jeffrey. Lighten up a little bit.
Well, and I suppose that I'm the proverbial lead balloon, huh? You and your fatuous Mr. Osmond can giggle away to your heart's content about the newest trends in face powders. I don't care to indulge.
Do you really think he's fatuous? I think he's quite nice.
Well, of course you do. I mean, he's trying to flatter you every chance he gets.
Flatter me?
Yes. Oh, come on, Kelly. You're the daughter of his new boss. You know, it wouldn't hurt his standing in the company to get on your good side, would it?
Oh, I see. And I couldn't possibly have potential in this field, is that right?
Your potential is entirely beside the point.
No, you are something. You are really something. You are miserable and uncomfortable in this job, so you're bound and determined to make me feel the same way.
Now, look, I don't mean that you're not good at what you do. What do you care about what I think, anyway?
Apparently I do care. Too much for my own good. Of that, I'll have to work on.
I thought you were supposed to be finished. How can you work like this?
Music inspires you. Do you mind?
Oh, I thought you didn't need inspiration. I thought that your presentation wasn't perfectly thought out.
Actually, I got a new idea.
I can't hear you. What?
I said I got a new idea.
Oh, so what? You're going to run up a flagpole and see if anyone salutes? That's advertising talk. See, I saw it in the film once.
Oh, I didn't know you took in any films, Jeffrey. I mean, they're so trivial and shallow, kind of like cosmetics.
Oh, now, let's not hold a grudge. What's your campaign about, anyway?
You'll see it at the meeting.
What's the matter? You don't trust
Let
me?
me see your campaign.
No, I asked you first. Come on.
Yeah, right. 5 will get me 50. You don't have campaign. And here we are, the 11th hour of the day, and you come snooping around, hoping to cop a quick few ideas from me.
Hey, you're accusing me of corporate theft. You realize that?
No, I'm accusing you of being too damned arrogant to come and ask for some help.
Wrong. No, sorry. I don't need to steal your theories on the efficacy of lip gloss in our day and age. There are still some depths to which I will not plunge.
Hello, darling.
Hi.
You were here.
I heard about your takeover. Congratulations.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you.
Congratulations. I'm sure you'll make the most of it.
Jeffrey, I heard you were signed to work with Kelly. How do you like the cosmetic business?
Oh, it's a little too soon to tell yet.
Uh-huh.
If you'll excuse me, we have a sales meeting in a few minutes. I'll see you then.
I take it the two of you are not a collaboration made in heaven.
Daddy, this cosmetic thing is not his cup of tea. I'll tell you, he takes all his frustrations out on me.
Well, I'll put a stop to that. I mean, it'll be a pleasure, I'll tell you
No,
that.
don't do anything.
Why not? The man despises us. Why should he be working for
I
us?
know, Daddy, he has bad-mouthed the family, I know, but he has helped us a number of times. Now, I can handle him.
I'm sure you can, but why should you have to?
Daddy, he is not the only smug, self-centered, patronizing jerk I'm going to run into in this business.
That is the reason you want to keep him here?
I want to keep him here so I can keep an eye on him.
Oh, I see.
I do. Daddy, he's not here by accident. There is an ulterior motive somewhere in this.
I wouldn't be at all surprised.
I don't know how much longer I can go into this. I'm a grown man, Alex. I gave up finger painting a long time ago.
Lighten up, will you? Try having a little fun with all of this.
You're beginning to sound like Kelly, you know that? I'll tell you what I told her. I told her I don't consider it fun sitting around deliberating about the chemical composition of hairspray. I consider it demeaning.
Jeffrey, you're not going to be stuck to that drawing board forever. Pretty soon this room will be filled with a bevy of beautiful women all dying for a chance to promote your new hairspray on TV.
So?
So, undoubtedly you'll have a hand in selecting one of these lovely ladies. You know, that could have any number of advantages over guinea pigs in a laboratory.
You can laugh if you like, but I'd rather be in the lab any day.
How about Kelly? I bet you she doesn't share your sentiments.
Oh, she's as snug as a bug in a rug here.
And why do you think that is?
It's easy. I mean, she's essentially frivolous. And she was brought up to lie on a beach. This is as close as she can get to that and still call it work.
Well, that should make it easier for you to be the fair-haired lad here. I mean, when it comes to ambition, she's no match for you.
Alex, my ambition was to do something important, something meaningful.
Wait, be patient. You will.
By the way, I thought that the vaccine was supposed to be manufactured here.
Mm-hmm.
And you knew that CC was going to buy this company. So doesn't that mean that you're going to be delivering it right into his hands?
That's exactly what I'm going to do, Jeffrey.
What?
Everything will become very clear very soon. See, you are here for a very specific reason, Jeffrey. Once everything's in place, you and I will form a company.
We will?
Yes. And then we'll watch CC's newest acquisition crumble around his ears.
How foolish of me to think that you'd be at the courthouse discharging your duties when here you are single-handedly bringing back the 3-martini lunch.
Contrary to popular belief, district attorney is allowed to have lunch hour just like any other self-respecting civil servant.
Oh, interesting that you feel entitled to use that phrase.
Civil servant?
No, self-respecting.
Yeah, I am curious as to how you could hold on to your self-respect when you can ignore a highly suspicious, highly dangerous incident like what happened to me yesterday.
Oh, you're talking about the alleged near attack. Well, I tell you about that. I read the police report backwards and forwards, and nowhere could I find clear and present danger.
A man was following me with the intention of raping me. That's not dangerous?
No, Miss Wilson. Someone, possibly a man, was lurking in the nearby vicinity. If you look up the penal code, lurking is not a crime.
Yeah, what about the pillowcase that Pearl found?
I disregard it because no one's been able to produce it. You're asking me to get the entire Santa Barbara police force in an uproar on the basis of nothing. I could be disbarred for that.
The city of Santa Barbara would be better off.
You keep talking to me that way, I'm not going to ask you to share my dessert.
Oh.
Mr. Timmons, look, I am sorry if we seem a little aggressive on the issue, but the fact is I was followed yesterday and it frightened me terribly.
Well, forgive me, but I'll tell you something. You must not be surprised when people follow you. I'd be tempted to follow you myself some lonely night.
Will you stop making everything into a sick joke?
Mr. Timmons, if you were to follow me and I turned around and asked you who's there, you would at least, I am sure, answer me.
Don't count on it.
But the fact is this man did not answer.
Oh.
It was clearly his plan to remain hidden from me until he was sure it was safe to strike.
Listen, I know you were frightened, but you're wasting your breath. I mean, I don't have any reason not to believe you, but what can I do? I have no leads. I have no evidence. There's nothing I can do. My hands are tied. So let's have a cup of coffee and call it a day.
We're going to pass the coffee. Let me suggest something to you. While you are stirring in the cream and sugar in your own coffee, try digesting the fact that the next time that man rapes another woman, you're going to be solely and criminally responsible.
I hope you know how pleased I am. I mean, Delta Pharmaceuticals has tremendous opportunity, and I can't think of anyone better than yourself.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you. Your faith means more to me than anyone else's.
Why do you say that?
Well, I happen to know that you're considering DPI to manufacture and distribute your vaccine, and I hope we're still at the top of the list.
Yes, but I haven't made any decisions.
No, I don't mean to rush you. I'm just hoping we're still in the running.
All right.
It would give me great pleasure. It's very important to me also that we work together as old friends should.
Thank you. Feeling is mutual.
I can make you a lot of money, Alex. I know that you humanitarian types don't think too highly of the almighty dollar, but what's wrong with getting rich and saving the world, huh?
Well, you drive a very hard bargain, CC.
I'd just like to make sure that you make some profit this time compared to the last time on our other project.
It wouldn't take much to do that, would it?
I imagine not. Listen, about Jeffrey, What is he doing here? I thought you needed him in the lab.
I was feeling very selfish about locking him up in that lab. He's young. The man is young. He needs to get out there and explore his options. I thought this would be a wonderful opportunity. Introduce him to the world of business, you know.
I understand.
Oh, no, wait a minute, man. Oh, I'm really sorry. As the new chief of operations, you have to approve all personnel. And if it's not good for you to have him here, no, I'll take him out.
Alex, no, of course not. You want Jeffrey here. Here is where he stays. But look, let's not kid each other. I want your business. What pleases you pleases me.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit like a slogan. Pretty soon you'll be telling me, Delta Pharmaceuticals, one happy family, right?
Wouldn't mind that at all. As long as I can count you in on it.
I think this is going to be a memorable experience for all of us.
What happened?
Oh, I broke the paperweight. The pretty one with the snow in it, you know?
Oh, that's a shame, honey.
I know. I'm so sorry. We had this since I was little. Kelly and I used to play for hours with this.
Well, I'm a little more worried about your finger. Let me see. Is it all right?
No, I'm okay. I'm just bleeding a little bit. I broke the skin, yeah.
Good. Then you can open this.
What's this?
You didn't think I'd let you get away without a wedding present.
Oh, Mama.
Open it.
This lace, I've never seen anything like it.
Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Eden, this belonged to my mother. To your grandmother. It was in her trousseau. She gave it to me when I got married, and I saved it for you. It's going to look so beautiful on you. Oh, my girl's going to be the most beautiful bride ever.
Oh, Mama, I'll treasure it. Oh, Mama, I'm bleeding again. I did.
It's all right, honey. It's just a little. I can put it under cold water. It's all right.
Are you sure it's not going to be ruined?
No, I can hardly see the little spot. What is wrong?
I don't know. Breaking that seemed like bad luck, like breaking a mirror.
What are you talking about, bad luck? You're the luckiest woman in the world right now.
Oh, I know.
Honey, you and Cruz have a love that most people can't even get close to. You should be in your glory.
Guess I'm just anxious to get married. Every minute seems like forever until we're really and truly married. Like something bad could happen. Even though I know nothing could.
Nothing bad is going to happen, and this little forever worry is going to be over before you know it. And then you are going to be happier than you've ever been in your beautiful young life.
Jeffrey, you really look awful.
Thanks. What'd you do, mug a librarian?
I am serious. You ought to be home. Look at you. I bet you have a raging fever, don't you?
You don't have to worry, Kelly. You don't have to get me off the hook. I'll just tell Osmond I couldn't come up with anything.
You mean nothing as in nothing? Not even an idea?
All right, you don't have to rub it in.
Jeffrey, come on. You can't just default on this. You are one of the most inventive people I know.
Yeah, well, it's a bit too late now.
It is never too late. Wing it. Think of all the times you did that when we were hiding out. You always came up with an idea.
Yeah, I did, didn't I? But this is different. I'm just not with it today, Kelly. I'll be honest with you.
Jeffrey, come on. Think of something.
Hello again, people.
Hello.
Are you ready to knock me out with your brilliance?
Well, actually, Mr. Osmond,
Actually, I was just trying to find out what Jeffrey's plan was, but he's being very close-mouthed. It has to be very good, wouldn't you think?
Well, then why don't you start first, Conrad?
Yeah. Go ahead, Conrad. I can't wait.
Well, I hope it's not against the rules if I make use of Miss Capel here for the presentation purposes. Do you mind?
What do you want me to do?
Put this on. Oh, I'm so sorry. I must have lost my head for a moment there. You see, those lips, such a high IQ.
My lips have a high IQ.
Irresistibility quotient. don't try it. Unless you're ready to submit.
You're almost there, Mr. Conrad. You're almost there. Unfortunately, we use a concept like that to promote a fragrance called Essence Erotica last season. But it's an excellent try. Excellent. Quite respectable. How about you, Miss Capwell? Are you ready? Miss Capwell.
Yes. Yes, I'm ready. The makeup for all reasons.
Here, here! Oh, that's more like it. Yes, class, style, sex appeal. What do you say, Conrad?
I think I'm coming down with a terrible case of the flu.
And this is it, huh?
Yes, I was standing here. The fog was coming. It was really quiet at first. I was just thinking.
Well, how long?
A few minutes, less than 10 minutes. And then I thought I heard something.
Where were you standing then?
Out here. And then I took a few more steps, and I heard it again, and then I really started to panic.
Where was the sound coming from?
Over there in those bushes, and I called out, and I said, "Who's there?" And there wasn't any answer, and oh my God!
What is it?
I heard it again. It's just like last night, Lionel. Lionel, look!
Hey, hold it here! Wait a second, Miss Wilson, is this the man who was here last night?
I didn't see the man last night, but this man was hiding in the same place.
And what?
Just tell me who he is and what he's doing here.
Well, tell him who you are, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant?
Mark Flynn, SBPD.
And, what are you doing here?
Well, you assigned me to keep an eye on Mrs. Wilson.
You happy now?
You missed my point entirely, Mr. Timmons. I did not ask for protection. I asked you to investigate something that took place here
And I
yesterday.
told you I could do nothing unless I had something concrete. I saw you were shaking. I did the only thing I could do. I contacted him. That's the best I can do, and if that isn't good enough, well, it's too bad. So I give up.
Yeah, you gave up a long time ago, the day you threw my son in jail. You closed the case then. Well, Timmons, the case is not closed, not by a long shot.
We'll make him listen, or we'll just find a way. I know. I can't thank you now.
What for?
Before, he says. You didn't even hesitate. You didn't even think. You went after a man that could have been armed for all you know. I've never seen anything like it.
Like I was gonna hurt you, and then couldn't just stand there and let him do that.
Well, next time, why don't you just grab my hand? Let's make a run for it, okay?
Why?
Because I couldn't bear it if anything happened to you. Going home?
Yeah.
Be sure and pack up your vaporizer.
I'm going to leave it here. Too weak to carry it. It's all I can do to manage this briefcase.
That's some virus you've got. Wonder how long it'll be till I get it.
Sorry I grabbed you like that. Forgot I was contagious.
No, it's all right. I mean, it wouldn't have been so bad as long as...
As long as what?
Well, if you had a good reason for doing what you did.
I had a good reason. I needed some shock value. Something to make old Osmondo sit up and take notice. I mean, you're the one who was telling me to throw caution to the wind, so I threw caution to the wind.
Right. Well, you shocked me, all right, that's for sure.
I hope I didn't offend you.
No, of course not. Business is business.
Aye, that it is. Here.
What is this?
Vitamin C. Yeah, once you're sick, it's too late, but, you know, prevention.
Prevention. Great. I'll remember that one. I'd call in sick tomorrow if I were you. Can't be too careful. I know you have love to keep you warm, but your father's a firm believer in insurance. Oh, Daddy. Practical to the end. I love it.
Good. Well, your mother told me your size. I had a guess on cruises.
Oh, Daddy, I think we'll use them. The heating system's probably a little primitive there. Look at this. Thank you. I love it.
Well, if you're a little bit tired of primitive, maybe we should get into something a little more formal.
Oh, Daddy, this is so beautiful. Would you put it on me? I'll wear it at my wedding, especially for you.
Almost.
I hope you know how much I love you. I would never do anything to upset you. I hope you realize why Cruz and I want to do this.
Well, I will never understand why anyone would want to tie the knot in some desolate, godforsaken mountain top somewhere. But you were always a very strange child. Be happy, Princess. I love you.
I love you so much, Daddy.
Tonight, come home to Baltimore's favorite game show hour, where winning is fun. Wheel of Fortune at 7 and Jeopardy at 7:30. Tonight, here on Channel 2.